did you talk to the new DA?
Yes, I did.
And?
Well, he wants us to meet with him later today.
Ryan, that's not necessarily good news.
Now, Blaine, don't worry. The new DA seems like a very nice guy.
But I could still get into a lot of trouble for those things I said on the stand.
He only wants to talk to you to get information.
You mean he's not planning to press charges against Blaine?
No, he gave me his word that he wouldn't.
His word's as good as Zachary Colton's word.
Blaine, look, we've been through this 1,000,000 times. I think it's going to be okay.
I just keep thinking, Larry, of all those things that I said on the stand. All those things about Sandy and Melissa and Jason.
You just have to believe that what you did was right. I mean, you have a chance to put away the real criminals this time. You guys were just pawns in a much bigger game.
Larry's right. The DA is not interested in prosecuting people like you and Melissa. Besides, Jason, Melissa, and Sandy are all planning to help with the investigation. And the DA has given me his word that he will not press charges against any of you.
You see? It's almost over.
I want so much to believe that, Larry. I really do.
And the figures indicate an excellent trend in sales potential. Any further manuscript revisions should be forwarded prior to August the 16th to my attention. Now, after September the 26th... No, it's all right, Liz.
I
Thank
started
you.
your mail.
Right.
Oh, and this just came by special messenger to the security guard just a few minutes ago.
Would you just put it there, please, Liz?
Of course. Excuse me.
Thank you. After September the 26th, final sales figures will be distributed and royalty payments will be made. Now, the next deadline will be...
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Terrific.
Good. Let me take a look at that.
Don't.
Oh, hold still. I think this will help that feel better. Sorry, baby.
What's happening?
Oh, nothing you need to worry your pretty little head about. You want some coffee?
Yeah.
Hope you like it black.
I can't drink it by myself.
Well, then I'll just have to help you, won't I?
That's enough.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want something to eat?
No.
Anything else?
You could let me go.
Cute. Cute, honey. Real cute. Shall I put this on you again?
No. I think I'd like to be left alone.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Hi, I'm Arthur Cunningham.
Larry Ewing, pleased to meet you.
And this is Blaine Ewing.
Hello. Please come in and have a seat.
Thank you.
Now, I'm only interested in getting as much information about the company as you can provide.
I'll try to tell you everything I can.
Good. Then we should have no problems. Well, shall we get started right away?
Yes, I think that would be best.
I would like to get this over with as soon as possible.
Okay. Let's start right at the top. Do you know who the head of company operations is?
Yes, Jess Cooper.
Jess Cooper. Is he located here in Bay City?
No, his base operation is from St. Louis. But he did come occasionally to Bay City to talk with Jordan.
About what?
Well, mostly how Jordan was running the arena and the connection. And he came for the opening of the escort service.
Okay. Well, let's start with the gambling operations. Is it true that the games were fixed on occasion at the arena?
Yes. Occasionally, Jordan would have games thrown for people he needed favors from to win.
Favors? Like what?
Well, when Jordan wanted a liquor license for the arena, he arranged for one of the guys from the Liquor Commission to win a few games.
Blaine, I didn't know about that.
No, I know, Brian. I'm sorry. I never thought it was important before.
Oh, that's okay. Can you name the man from the Liquor Commission?
Yes, his name was Mr. Gelson.
Who else got special favors at the gambling tables?
Zachary Colton, for one.
Oh, yes, I think I know all about that one.
And Deputy Mayor Richards.
He was involved?
Yes. So was Senator Lane. And a few people on the city council. Ray and Morris.
Well, that's quite an impressive list.
Yes. You know, it's amazing who you find mixed up in these things.
That's why it's always so hard to crack these cases. It's a bunch of petty officials that get in over their heads, and they end up having to protect the criminals.
And then people like Sandy and Melissa and Jason are the ones that end up getting hurt.
Now, Jordan was the head of local operations, right?
Yes.
And where else did Cooper have interests?
Well, I know about his operations in Chicago, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Phoenix.
Did they have gambling casinos in all those places?
No. Mostly the setup was a health club.
A health club? Did that club here in town become involved?
The sporting life. Yes, that's where Jordan moved the escort service.
Well, Blaine, then I guess it's time we talked about your involvement in the escort service.
Rachel, Russ has always been straight with you before. Why don't you believe him now when he tells you that Jamie committed himself to that clinic?
I guess I do. But if I find out that Mac or Russ were conspiring...
Oh, Rachel, come on. Will you cool it? Anyway, there's something else you should be thinking about right now.
What?
The custody hearing for Amanda. It comes up in less than a week.
I think I've got that under control.
Oh, you do? Well, Mac has made some pretty strong accusations. And he's got a private detective's report to back him up.
Well, if he uses that information in court, I don't think it'll sway the judge.
Rachel, come on. You and Mitch sleeping together doesn't exactly make you look like the innocent mother. It makes you look like you don't care what kind of a home you make for your daughter.
Are you siding with Mac now?
I'm not siding with anybody. I'm just trying to be realistic, which is something I'd like you to try for a change.
The only thing I'm worried about now is if Mac is going to use the information he's got about Mitch working at the connection.
What's that got to do with anything?
Apparently the mob has been running the connection.
What? What mob? Well, when did that come out?
Jason told Mitch. Mitch didn't know it before.
How could Mitch not know something like that?
Well, Jason didn't tell him. Jason knew that if he told him, he wouldn't take the job, and he knew we needed the money.
Oh, great. That's going to help your case a lot.
Well, Mitch quit as soon as he found out.
Terrific. Now you haven't got any income. Rachel, you've got to be kidding yourself if you think that none of this is going to make any difference.
I don't think that the court, any court, would take away a very small child from its mother. I'm not going to let them do that. I won't let them.
Well, will you please wake up? I mean, just think about how the court is going to see this thing. They're going to see a woman who lives with a man that she's not married to. The man worked for a place that was run by criminals, but now he doesn't work there anymore, so he hasn't got any income to support the child that they're trying to get custody of.
I'm a good mother. There's no way any court is going to see it any other way.
You have reached 555-9680. At the sound of the tone, please leave your message and phone number, and your call will be returned as soon as possible. Thank you.
Please, Sandy, please call me back. You have me so worried here I can't even concentrate on anything else. Please, call me. No matter where you are, just call me. I really care what happens to you. Well, sounds like your girlfriend's really worried about you, Sandy.
Yeah.
We'd better hope she doesn't go and do something stupid like calling the police.
Time for your medication.
My medication?
Yes.
I didn't think I was supposed to be taking any medication, actually.
Well, that's not what it says here. So why don't you just sit down and push up your sleeve?
Okay, I guess you know what you're doing.
That's the right attitude.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm still a little new at this.
Yeah, so am I. Say, listen, do you know if it's all right if I make any outside phone calls?
Oh, sure. You can use your own phone, but you'll have to go through the switchboard.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks.
Sure. Now, why don't you just lay down and relax, and I'll be back to check on you soon.
Right, thanks.
Okay, what would you like to know about the escort service?
Well, to start with, it was an illegal operation, wasn't it?
Yes.
And it was really a cover for a prostitution ring. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Cunningham, that's right. Brian, are you sure I should be doing this?
Yes, Blaine. It's the only way we're going to get this whole thing cleared up.
Don't worry about it. You're doing the right thing.
Yes, Mr. Ewing. Your cooperation is all that we ask.
All right. What else would you like to know?
How were you involved in the escort service?
I helped to set it up. Once it was established, I helped to run it.
And who worked with you on all this?
Melissa. Melissa Needham.
And were you both willing participants in all that you did?
No. Jordan forced me into it, just like Ilsa forced her to do it.
Ilsa?
Ilsa Fredericks. She's Jordan's counterpart in Las Vegas.
Oh, I see. Now, you ran the service through the health club?
Yes, the Sporting Life. But not at first. We started it in the Connection.
Well, I thought the Connection had no ties to the company.
Well,
Go ahead, Blaine. It's better to get the truth out all at once.
I am afraid that what Jason Dunlap said wasn't exactly accurate. I think the Connection is still involved with the company.
Jason Dunlap. Oh, yes, the owner of the Connection. Now, how was he involved in the escort service?
He moved the escort service from the Connection to the Sporting Life.
Oh, so he was involved in both operations?
Yes.
Well, then, I assume he, in essence, works for the company.
Yes.
Well, that would make him guilty of perjury, Miss Ewing. He testified that he no longer had any ties to the company.
I know. I think he was just afraid of what Ilsa and the others would do to him if he implicated any of them.
Well, I believe we'll have to have a little talk with Mr. Dunlap.
I'm sure that he, too, is an unwilling participant.
Well, I'll be talking with him and Miss Needham and Mr. Alexander.
Good. Then you'll see that none of us ever wanted to be involved in anything illegal.
I know. And if you can all help me get the real criminals in this case, I'll be very grateful. As it is, I'm most pleased with how cooperative you've been.
Well, is that it, Mr. Cunningham?
Well, I have no more questions unless Miss Ewing has something else to add.
Blaine?
No, I think I've said everything I can.
Well, then, Mr. Bancroft, I guess our business here is finished. I must say, Miss Ewing has been very cooperative in providing this information, and with any luck, we may be able to close down the company once and for all.
Does this mean that...
Yes, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Come on, baby. You're free to get your life started all over again.
I can't believe it. I never ever thought this was going to end.
Oh, wow, that was a quick meeting.
Yes, everyone was very well organized for once.
You can give me a chance to get everything done here.
Oh, that's all right, Liz. I'm sure I'll find everything.
Mac, this letter that came by special messenger this morning to the security guard, you haven't opened it.
Oh, yes, I forgot that.
It must be important.
And so many important things today, I can't get to half of them.
Mac, what is it?
Oh, I don't know, Liz. I just don't know.
Hello, Mr. Black?
No, this is not Mr. Black, Mr. Hobson. My name is Curtis Eldon.
Oh, I thought this was a special line for Mr. Black.
It is. You see, I'm Mr. Black's liaison with the Bay City office. I will be the one contacting you under most circumstances.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that no one told me.
Perhaps no one knew.
Oh. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Yes. Well, you'll have an opportunity to meet me soon enough.
Well, fine. What can I do for you?
Well, first of all, Mr. Black would like to know how your new apartment is.
Oh, it's just fine. Just fine. I can't believe the space. Tell him I really appreciate his having gotten it for me.
Of course. Now, what progress have you made on the property?
Oh, it's all set. It's all set. Mitch Blake and I have an agreement.
Good. Mr. Black would like you to begin arranging for the construction of the heliport on the roof.
Right.
And he'll want the top floor converted into a penthouse.
Right.
Then Mr. Black would like complete dossiers on the following people.
Eric Halloway. Yeah. Taylor Halloway. Alice Frame.
James Frame.
Mackenzie Cory.
All right. Let's see. Complete information on 5 people. That might take a while.
I'm sure you'll be able to do a good job, Mr. Hobson.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
There is one other point. You asked a certain Jerry Grove to look into the background of the Blackhawk project.
Please refrain from such inquiries in the future. You'll be
told precisely what Mr. Black wishes you to know. Is that understood?
Yeah, yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Fine.
Well, that's it for now. Have a pleasant day, Mr. Hobson.
Thank you. You too. And my regards to Mr. Black. Quinn, could you come in for a minute?
Melissa, the district attorney is not going to press charges. He just wants to go after the big boys. We're off the hook.
That's really good, Blaine.
He'll probably want to call you in to talk to you, but just tell him everything you know. You'll be all right.
Yeah, sure.
Melissa, think about what this means for us.
Blaine, I just can't think about anything but Sandy.
Sandy?
Sandy.
And didn't you tell me he just went to visit his sister until this whole thing blows over?
Well, that wasn't exactly the truth.
Melissa, what aren't you telling me?
Sandy didn't really go to see his sister, Blaine. He's gone into hiding.
Hiding? Where?
Blaine, sit down, okay? Just sit down. I have to tell somebody about this. Listen. Jamie and Sandy have switched identities.
Jamie? Jamie is involved in this now?
And it was all his idea.
Jamie just told me he was going away.
To a mental institution. And the person who really committed himself to the Harold Clinic as Jamie Frame is Sandy.
Where is Jamie now?
I don't know.
Is it possible he could have gone to Sandy's sister?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. He gave me a number, and I call and I leave messages on the answering machine.
And?
And his two thugs that Ilsa sent are still out there looking for him.
Where are they? Do they know where he is?
No, but see, they have this list of all of Mac Cory's properties, and they're checking into each one of them, one by one.
That's got to be a lot of places to check.
Oh, I know. I only wish I had some way of just reaching Sandy.
Well, can't you just call him at the hospital?
No, I can't do that, you see. They've made arrangements so that nobody can contact them. They think that they'll be safer that way.
Sandy is probably safe, locked up in that hospital. I mean, they wouldn't think of looking for him there, especially if he's not even using his own name.
I think something's wrong. I just feel it.
Melissa, I'm sure Sandy's safe.
He should be safe, Blaine. But see, Ilsa's people have not come back yet. And the thing that really scares me is that they may have found out about the whole thing. Blaine, they do anything, just anything to harm Sandy.
Please, try not to worry about it. I'm sure he's okay.
Yeah? Why hasn't he returned my call? No. Something's wrong. I can feel that.
Cecile, you must promise me you will not mention this matter to anyone at all.
Of course, Mac. What is it?
This letter was delivered by hand to the security guard this morning. I don't know how true the information in it is, but I want you to hear it.
All right, and I promise this is just between us.
Mr. Cory, we are holding Sandy Alexander. He has not been harmed, and in order to keep it that way, you will have to raise $100,000 in order to obtain his release. You will be contacted later about when and where to deliver this money.
Mac, Sandy's been kidnapped?
The money must be in small bills, nothing larger than $20. We mean business. Do not call the police or he will be killed.
What are you going to do?
I just don't know what to do. I don't know what I can do.
Mac, you can get the money, though, can't you?
Oh, of course. The money is no problem at all. It's Sandy's safety, his life I'm concerned about.
You don't really think that they'd kill him, do you?
I just wish I knew, Cecile.
Look, maybe we should call the police.
Yes, I would like to have the authorities in on this. It's just that I'm just so concerned about Sandy's safety. The letter clearly states...
All right, well, look, maybe on second thought, we shouldn't contact them. Sandy might be safer if we just follow their instructions.
Yes, but how can we be sure?
We can't be. If we only knew that Sandy was okay, that all they wanted was that money.
Right. I simply don't know which way to turn. I do not know what I can do about it.
Mac, have you thought that this whole thing might just be a hoax? Where did you tell me Sandy had gone?
To Indiana to visit his half-sister.
Right. Well, why don't you call her there? If he's really there, then that proves that this whole thing is just a cruel prank.
No. I'm sure it's not a prank. Sandy had asked me to wait until he called me, but you're right. I'm going to call his sister right now.
Mac, but we just can't let anything happen to Sandy.
I'll do everything in my power to see that he's not harmed. And I won't call the police if I think it's going to put Sandy's life in jeopardy.
What will you do?
Well, if he's not at his sister's, we'll just have to wait until we are contacted. And then I'll try to find out if they really have Sandy in custody.
Okay, do you mind if I wait here with you?
No, of course not, dear.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, okay, I guess. But there's sure a lot to learn.
Oh, well, you've only been here a week. I'm sure you'll catch on to the routine around here real soon.
Yeah, but the numbering systems they use around here for the rooms can really be confusing. Have you ever made a mistake and gone into the wrong room?
Sure, I did that a lot at first.
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah.
I have another question, too, about hospital procedures.
Sure, what is it?
Well, what would a nurse do if she accidentally gave the wrong patient someone else's medication?
Well, the first thing would be to tell the patient's doctor, of course, and then The doctor would decide what procedure to follow.
Oh, thanks.
Why? You didn't give someone the wrong medication, did you?
No. It's just that I like to understand all the hospital procedures. That's all.
Oh. Okay, you had me kind of worried there for a minute.
Oh, sorry. No reason to worry.
Well, I've got charts to check. See you later.
Okay, thanks.
You have reached 555-9680. At the sound of the tone, please leave your message and phone number, and your call will be returned as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hello, Sandy. I really expected you to come and visit me today.
I need to see you as soon as possible.
I don't feel so good. And I think that maybe something's the matter. Please, come and see me as soon as you can. Please.
This is Mackenzie Cory. May I speak with Sandy Alexander, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. You just missed him. Would you like to leave a message?
No. But are you telling me the truth? Sandy is safe and with you?
Oh, sure, really. He just went into town to pick up a couple things.
Look, I don't want to alarm you, but I must be absolutely certain that Sandy arrived safely. Now, I cannot overstress the importance of this.
Well, now you got me worried.
Sandy isn't there, is he?
No, he never planned to come here at all.
Do you know where he is?
No, he wouldn't tell me where he was going.
You must have some idea where he is.
No, really, Mr. Cory. He just, all he gave me was a phone number to contact.
Well, may I please have that number?
Well, I'm not supposed to tell anybody. Look, maybe you could leave me your number, and then I'll call the number Sandy left and give him your message.
Look, you must understand the urgency of this. I must have that number.
Well, I hope I don't get into trouble for this. But okay, the number is 555.
555.
96.
80. Thank you very much. This has been extremely helpful.
You're welcome, Mr. Cory. Mr. Cory.
Yes?
When you talk to Sandy, would you tell him to call me, please? I really want to know that he's all right.
Yes, of course I will, as soon as I get in contact with him.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
555-9680.
Mr. Black wants to have the top floor of the new property converted into a penthouse.
Well, all the information and specifications you'll need are inside the folder.
You are truly amazing, you know that?
Well, I try.
I mean, I've never seen anyone who works like you do.
That's why Mr. Black hired me. And I think that's why he hired you, too. Oh. Is there, anything else you'd like me to do, Mr. Hobson?
No, not unless you've got complete files on everyone in Bay City.
Now you've got me stumped.
You know, I'm a little confused myself. Now, Mr. Black wants me to prepare complete dossiers on Eric Holloway, Taylor Holloway, Alice Frame, James Frame, and Mackenzie Cory.
That's one assignment I can't help you with.
You know, I don't know, it's just funny.
What is?
Well, it's Mr. Black and Mr. Eldon. They seem to know everything that's going on, but they want me to prepare complete files on these different people.
Well, I'm sure they wouldn't ask you unless it was important.
Yeah, well, they certainly managed to know everything about me. Who I talk to, what I say. Not so sure I like that.
Well, that's just part of working at Blackhawk. Mr. Black wants to ensure that his interests are protected, and his employees are definitely one of his main interests.
Oh, you mean he wants to check up on me in order to protect me?
All I know is that Mr. Black hired you and expects you to remain loyal to the project. In return, he'll see that you're well taken care of.
I don't know. This is all too much for me.
Don't worry. It's all legitimate. That's your concern. Mr. Black just moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah, I'll say. I've never met anyone like him. Come to think of it, I've never met him, have I?
What happened?
Well, I guess I broke the mirror. I'm sorry. It's just an accident, okay?
Yeah, well, just keep away from the broken glass. I'll clean it up.
Yeah, here. Well, I'll help you, all right?
No, why don't you just lie down? I'll see that it gets cleaned up. Give me the glass.
Hey, look. I'm okay, all right? Now, look, I broke the mirror. I'll clean it up, okay?
Hey, accidents happen all the time, okay? Now just lie down, please.
Look, I said I'm okay. And I meant it. Now, look, just let me clean this up, all right? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to yell at you. I know. It's okay. I know you're just doing your job. It's okay.
Sure. Would you lie down, please?
Hey, listen, can you tell me something?
Sure. What?
Has my friend Sandy Alexander been here yet?
I don't know, but I'm sure you'll be told as soon as he gets here.
Well, see, I really have to see him. I mean, I really have to see Sandy. So do you know if he's been here yet looking for me, see?
Hey, look, I'm sure you'll be informed as soon as he gets here. Now, hey, relax. Everything's under control.
But I have to see him. I've got to see Sandy now, right now.
Oh, hi, Blaine. Is Blaine here to protect you?
Of course not. I just wanted to keep Melissa company, but as long as you're here.
Oh, no, wait a minute. You don't have to leave on my account.
Oh, no, I have to get going. I really do. Melissa, if you hear from Sandy or anyone, please call me, okay?
Oh, I will. Blaine, thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Blaine. I take it you haven't heard anything?
No. Have you?
No. But maybe that's good.
No. None of this is good, Jason. I just know those thugs have Sandy.
Well, now, how can you be so sure about that?
Because I feel it. I have a sixth sense about these things.
I'm sure we'd have heard if they'd found him.
I'm not so sure. The only thing I'm sure of, Jason, is that I cannot sit here another minute and do nothing but wait. I can't. I have to do something.
Melissa, don't do anything stupid, okay?
I'm not going to do anything stupid.
Just stay out of it. We have no proof that Sandy's in any kind of trouble. And what are you going to do anyway?
I don't know. I just know that I cannot sit here any longer. I just can't stand this.
Melissa, listen to me. I want to protect you, but I don't see how I can if you go off and get involved in this.
Jason, I'm so scared.
I know, babe. But you can't let the fears control you. You gotta stay cool.
Yeah. What? Just what if they really hurt him?
Well, you're not going to do any good by getting into Ilsa's way, I'll tell you that. You just stay here and go about your business.
How? How do I just pretend that my friend's not in trouble?
You'll have to learn to do that. It won't do any good to get yourself in the same situation as Sandy, will it? Just stay here for now, please. Hope for the best.
Jason, I am so afraid.
Rachel, it's good to see you.
Thank you. I'm worried, Brian. I'm really worried.
Well, come on, sit down. And tell me what happened. What made you so worried?
What do you think my chances are if Mac were to use all the information he has against me?
Well, I really can't say for sure, Rachel.
Well, do you think he'll reconsider?
No, I doubt that Mac would have hired that lawyer, Bond, and the detective if he weren't in this for keeps.
Well, why can't they just look at all of the information about me as a mother instead of looking at all this other stuff?
Well, it's hard to say what evidence will weigh more heavily in the judge's mind, Rachel. But there's no way they can say that you're not a good mother.
Yeah, well, I know that, and you know that, but how are we going to convince them?
Well, we're just going to have to line up a lot of witnesses who'll swear what a fine, loving mother you really are.
Well, Louise would be a witness, and so would Mom.
True. But that's not quite what I had in mind, Rachel.
What did you have in mind?
Well, if we're going to show the court what a fine, fit, loving mother you really are, and we have someone who knows that fact better than anyone else.
Who?
Your son, Jamie.
It's about time you got here.
Why, has Alexander been giving you any trouble?
No, not at all. I just got worried.
Yeah, well, I'm here now. You can relax. Lenny filled me in on everything.
Did you get the letter to Cory?
Yeah, Cory got the letter.
So, what do we do next?
We wait. He needs a little time to stew about it.
Well, I don't know how long we should wait. That phone recorder's been going on all day. Alexander's girlfriend, some guy called.
Yeah, I doubt if anybody knows he's here. Kid's too smart to let anybody know where he's hiding. How's he doing?
Okay, I guess.
Hey, Alexander. I hope you're not too uncomfortable.
Who are you?
Don't worry, pal. I'm just another friend of your old boss, Ilsa's. Yeah, right. You seem to be hanging in there just fine.
Yeah, everything's terrific.
Good.
You have reached 555-9680. At the sound of the tone, please leave your message and phone number, and your call will be returned as soon as possible. Thank you.
Sandy, this is Mac Cory. I spoke with your sister today, and she gave me this number. It's very important, and I stress very important, that you contact me as soon as possible and assure me that you're all right. I'll be waiting at my office till I hear from you. Please, Sandy. Call as soon as you can.
Well, I guess our little Cory got his message, huh?
Yeah, but why do you think he's calling up here?
Well, like he said, he got the number from Alexander's sister. Isn't that right, Alexander?
You don't suppose that they know he's up here, do you?
Nah, if they figured that, the place would already be crawling with cops. You know, right, friend? Huh? Listen, when I talk to you, you look at me and you answer me. You got it?
I got it.
Sandy, nobody knows you're up here, do they?
No.
Keep out of this, Sandy.
Oh, I'm just asking a question.
Listen, I'm asking all the questions around here. Now, you keep away from the kid, too. Lenny warned me about you and the kid.
What do you think she's going to do to me with me tied up like this?
You shut up. Go make me some coffee.
You can make it yourself.
Make me some coffee.
Right. Sure.
Now, you keep your eyes off of her, you understand? I don't even like somebody like you even looking at her.
Someone like me?
Yeah, a cheap hustler. Now, you remember what I told you. You know, kid, I hope your Mac Cory doesn't figure out that you're up here.
Won't. You see, the only number that I left with him is the relay number with my sister. He doesn't know anything, I swear.
Yeah? Yeah? Kind of protective of your Mr. Cory, ain't you? You just better hope Mr. Cory is protective of you.
I just can't stand this anymore, and that coffee isn't helping either.
Been almost 2 hours since I left that message. Well, I just don't know what we can do, but wait until we are contacted by either Sandy or the kidnappers.
I can't handle just sitting here, Mac. The waiting is becoming unbearable.
Why don't you go home, my dear? I'll let you know as soon as anything happens.
No, Mac, I want to stay here with you. It's times like these that families should be together.
Thank you, Cecile. I do appreciate having you here. It makes things a bit more tolerable.
Look, Mac, why don't we go back to your house? I mean, it's after office hours here. And if anyone wants to get in touch with you, they'll call the house.
Well, yes, I suppose it'd be easier to wait at the house. And if Sandy does call here and doesn't get me, he's bound to call home.
Of course he will. Come on, let's go.
All right, we'll go.
What do you mean you hope he's as protective of me?
Yeah, you're a smart kid, Alexander. You figure it out.
What's going to happen now?
Since when do you ask the questions?
All right. Don't answer me.
We're gonna wait.
For what?
To call Cory.
Well, he must have gotten your letter. He wouldn't have called here otherwise. Why wait?
The longer he has to wait, the more cooperative he's likely to be.
So what's that gonna buy you?
Anything I want, kid. Anything I want.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.